Hey guys, today's video is going to be a video about products that YouTube made me buy. I think all of you have probably had some of the same experiences. You see one of your favorite YouTubers talking and raving about a product and you're like, yes, I need that product. So I have quite a few here and I'm sure there will be I will continue to have more and more. So this is part one of my YouTube made me buy it series. So the first product that I'm going to talk about is quite obvious that YouTube made me buy it because this is the Carli Bybel eyeshadow palette by BH Cosmetics. I have been a huge fan of Carli Bybel since I started watching YouTube. She's one of like the third or fourth YouTubers I've ever subscribed to. And of course when she came out with this palette, could not resist. Not only are the colors right up my alley, but the fact that it came with all these like highlighting shades as well, I thought that was amazing. Not to mention the fact that when I purchased this, it was $12.50. I ended up actually buying one for my girlfriend for her birthday as well. She did recently come out with her deluxe edition, which has all of these products as well as I think 2 additional rows of new eyeshadows. Personally, I don't think I will be purchasing that one just because of the fact that I have this one. I haven't hit pan on any of them and it is very similar and I'm happy with the one that I have. The next product I'm going to talk about is kind of funny because this was like raved about and everyone was obsessed with it, and then I guess people found out that it's actually not so good for you. So this is the Nivea Men Aftershave Balm. So this was, I think it was Nikki Tutorials. I actually first saw it talked about on Kathleen Light's channel and then Amy Macedo was talking about it. This blew up. Everyone was using it. It's pretty affordable. It's very moisturizing. I actually really enjoy it. I will still use this sometimes. If my skin is super dry, I'll reach for this. So I think the reason behind it was redness. It's just overall not good for your skin, I guess. I don't actually know if you know the real reason why this was then later deemed to be a bad product and not to use it. Let me know, write a comment down below because I am curious, but I do know that people no longer use it because of some negative side effect or something like that. But YouTube definitely made me buy this. The next product is the very first highlighter I ever purchased. It was quite expensive for me as a first highlighter purchase. This was because Lauren Curtis was actually raving about this probably like a year or 2 ago now. And I was like, oh my god, I have to have it. And I did not realize how much it cost. I think I spent like $35 to $40 on this. But I mean, I will say it's worth it. I love it. This is the Mary-Lou Manizer. So it's a beautiful like champagne-y. I accidentally put my finger in it a little hard. But it is gorgeous. And one thing I will say is with highlighters, if you want to spend the money on it, I do think it's worth it just because of the fact that you barely use any product. You just put your brush in it a tiny bit, you swipe it on, and it's like boom. Like I tend to overdo this a lot just because I forget how powerful it is. But yes, Lauren Curtis is the reason I purchased the Mary-Lou Manizer. This next bronzer is a bronzer that I talk about all the time on my channel, and the reason is because it really is that good, and I think that's why all the YouTubers were raving about it, making me want to purchase it myself. So this is the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. I have mine in the shade Bronzer. They do have it in a lighter shade called Light Bronzer, I believe. This is the perfect shade for me, and I think for a lot of people, it's that perfect balance between a cool tone but not too cool. I don't know, I just really love this bronzer. It's so smooth. It has like almost a satiny type finish, but it's not shimmery in any way. It was Kathleen Lights that I first saw mention this. She went on and on about the smell, and she is totally right. It smells like a vacation. It kind of smells like sunscreen, but I do not mind. Another product that Kathleen Lights is the reason I purchased, which I have again seen on other channels now as well, but this is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. So Essence is an amazing brand. It looks like I barely use it, but I actually use this quite often. The fact that this was like $3, maybe $4, and again with a highlighter you get quite a bit of product for the fact that you do not need a lot. It's super like natural looking on the skin, but you can build it up so well. It's hard to go overboard with it, but I mean look at that. It's just like a true like wet beautiful highlight. To me it's comparable to a lot of higher end highlights that I have, and you cannot beat the price. So this next product actually does not get talked about like at all anymore, and it was kind of a very short-lived thing. When it first came out, people were talking about it, everyone wanted to test it out, but then it kind of died off. So this is the Hard Candy Glamoflauge concealer, and this was advertised to be able to cover tattoos, birthmarks, scarring. It was supposed to be this unbelievable concealer. It was actually Tasha Leland who I watched her demonstrate this on that made me want to purchase it. So this a little bit goes a long way. However, I tend to not use it so much anymore. Actually, I haven't used it in probably a few months now. Is kind of greasy, and mine is separating in the tube, so sometimes I'll squeeze it out and just oil is coming out. However, it does definitely have good coverage. I can't say if it covers tattoos or not because I don't have any, but for someone like me who has lots of wrinkling under the eyes, this creased like crazy, and it wouldn't matter how much I set it, and the powders, because of the greasiness of the formula, were kind of sticking to it. So I will still use this mixing it with something else, but recently I just have not been reaching for it at all. But it was Tasha Leland who made me want to purchase this. So next in line are the NYX Lingerie Liquid Lipsticks. So liquid lipsticks in the last like year and a half have been the craze. So many different brands that are coming out with them, but when they came out with this lingerie collection, it was cool because they came out with so many like nudes. They do get very like mauve-y, very purpley, but they're generally that nice matte nude look. So I actually watched Amy Macedo rave about these on her channel. I think there's a few dupes in here for some of the Kylie lip kits. So she was the reason I purchased these. I don't actually reach for mine too often, but I think it's just the fact that I do have a lot of liquid lipsticks now in my collection, and I am loving the satin lips from ColourPop because they're just not as drying as these are. But I will say these are amazing. Again, NYX is a great brand. It is affordable, but it is Amy Macedo that made me purchase this. The last product that I'm going to talk about in this video is an eyeshadow primer. So when I first got into YouTube and started getting into makeup and realizing my passion for it, I really had never even heard of an eyeshadow primer before. And the fact that I have extremely oily eyelids, my eyeshadow would always crease, and it was kind of embarrassing. I'd have to be like wiping my crease throughout the night, and then your makeup's rubbing off, and it just never looks as good as it did in the beginning. And then I saw Sabrina, so she does this series called Frugal Fridays, which I love. It's all about affordable products, drugstore products, on her Friday posts, and she did a eyeshadow primer battle, I guess, of drugstore primers, and this one ranked pretty much near the top. This is the Hard Candy eyeshadow primer, and I will say this is really, really good. I appreciate that she posted that video because it did show you other options, and I would have to thank her for making me want to go out and buy this because this is amazing. So that sums up this part one of my YouTube Made Me Buy It series. I don't know how many videos I will have of this, but I'm sure it will continue because, you know, we're always wanting to buy more products. But I just thought this would be a cool idea. I've seen a few people doing it, and as I looked at my collection, I was like, yeah, they made me buy this, so-and-so made me buy this. I definitely bought that because of this person, so I thought it'd be fun to share with you guys. Let me know down below what products you bought because of YouTube. I'd love to see some of those products and who inspired you. Give this video a thumbs up if you actually liked it, and I will continue on doing these sorts of videos. So thank you as always, and I'll see you guys in my next video.